Guys, how you doing out there in Manana No Mas family land? Today was kind of an awkward day, I'll be honest with you. Got up and the garage had fallen off its track. And, luckily it didn't fall on the Ducati or the Hayabusa or anything else that's, out in the garage. But it did lead to a day away from my number one client, right? So I did not have to run down to Suzuki's offices today and be a training manager. Instead, I got to hang out and make sure that the repair got done well here at the house, and catch up on some manana no mas stuff, and clean up a corner of the shop over there, which was kind of nice to get done. And it's one of those things where uh, you know life is there to teach you some lessons, and for me, it was a chance to slow down a hair, uh, to evaluate and to adjust as necessary. And it was an interesting day all around. The kids were surprised. They came downstairs. Usually they're still asleep when I'm taking off to go to work in the morning, and they're Dad, you got the day off. You got the day off. And they start right away with, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's do the other, let's go here, let's go there, let's spend your money. And that's not what today was about, right? Today was about getting the garage fixed, making sure none of the equipment inside the garage or in the shop got damaged, and then of course clearing the path to head back down and do the corporate office thing tomorrow. So I wanted to reach out to folks out there and let you know what was going on. I'm really, really thankful. And, the more that I take this Gary V challenge to heart and get online more with you guys and face to face with you guys more, open myself up to comments and feedback, increase a little bit of the social media postings that we've got going. It's been interesting to see, what feedback I have gotten back. Hasn't been a lot, I'll be honest with you, but it's interesting to see some things and see some people come out of the woodwork that I haven't heard from in a long time, and it's good. It's when I hear from the old Ducati technicians that had taken the training back when I was at Ducati North America, it's a sobering experience to see what kind of impact I may have had in those instances back then. And it's interesting to see the path that people will take once you pour a little bit into them. And I think that that's huge. It's one thing to do something. It's one thing to pour into somebody. It's one thing to give somebody your energy, but it's another thing when you see the fruits of that, and that doesn't happen that often. So it's really, really cool when someone steps up and goes, "Oh, hey man, I took your class, and ever since then I was inspired to go this way or that way or do this or do the other," and it's fun. They just had a meeting at Suzuki. All the technical service managers had come in from across the country, and our guy from the Northeast, Dan Freeman, great guy out in the field, he came to me and he said, man, every time I stop at one of those Ducati dealers, they always say that they miss having you in the field as a trainer. And that does me good right here in the heart, right? Because it means that while I was there, while I was at that company, I was able to make an impact. And adding value to others is kind of, it's the motion that makes everything go. So I'm glad to see that feedback is there. I hope that you're having that same kind of thing in whatever you're doing. So, I don't care if you own a cake shop. I don't care if you're teaching jujitsu. I don't care if you're digging holes in the street, right? As long as you are able to leverage your gifts, your talents, your energies, and add values to others, I think that that's just an amazing thing. So stay tuned. I think a lot of things that you'll see happening on Manana No Mas here moving forward is going to be pretty interesting. The core message is this whole physical fitness leads to fiscal fitness kind of thing. And it's interesting to see the kind of branches that attach themselves to that trunk. And I'm actively looking for people to join our podcast series, to be interviewed, to share their goals, their dreams, their aspirations, and their efforts. And I'm also looking to guest on other people's podcasts so I can share the Manana No Mas message with their audiences. And I think that this is going to be a real interesting time to see how this all shakes out. I hope that you're having a great, blessed day. I hope that Monday's been good to you. Monday started out a little rough for me, of course, with the garage falling down. But in the end, the garage is fixed. None of our equipment here in the shop is damaged. And we'll be able to head back to our corporate office gig tomorrow and give it another shot. So this is Kurt with Manana No Mas signing out again. If you get a chance to follow me up on that Gary V challenge, I invite you to do so. And if you own a business or a podcast or you do this stuff online, I hope that you too are also doing the Gary V challenge. I think it's an interesting challenge, task, and I'm looking forward to seeing the fruits of that. You have a good one. Bye bye.